3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Welcome, fellow Forex traders. Wednesday, June 19th, we are going to cover the results, the trading results in several different accounts of my custom algorithm. We are looking at the free trade signal that I send out, and it's looking damn good, all in the blue. I'll kind of go into deeper of what you're looking at here. So AUD, CHF buy. Still a very valid trade. Let's look at the chart. And yeah, we've got a little bit of distance here. I can probably, we're looking at the day. Let's zoom. Let's go to a time frame that's a little bit closer. Yeah, here we are. So AUD CHF, we're right here. It is a buy move, and the take profit is right here. You could jump into this trade right now. Now, why are both of the trades blue positive? My algorithm does what it does. However, in this particular case, what happened was a trade had closed that was sent out in the free system. It closed in profit. And what happens is whatever next currency pair is active, is getting ready to place a trade, it does that. In this particular case, if you look at the algorithm, and we could do that on another account here, it's actually AUD-CHF, I think, is in 4, 5, 6 trades. And this is just grabbing the last two. So this kind of gives you an idea that if you were paying or are paying for a subscription, you get to see the entire algorithm. You get to see that AUD-CHF is 4, 5, 6 trades deep, right? And you can wait until it does what you're seeing right here, and it goes profitable, and then you could jump into the buy trade. Doesn't mean it won't continue to go against and add trades, but typically 70-80% of the time at this point, this thing is just going to go ahead and push on up to the take profit. Works every time. It's never wrong. It's never wrong. Will it add more trades potentially? Can the price pull back? Absolutely. But mathematically, it's always profitable. And entry-wise, entry direction, it's always right. Always right. I'm telling you, it's always right. So nothing closed recently in terms of, if I go to the day, nothing closed within the last 24 hours as far as the free signal goes. However, as you've seen for the week, $1,321.40. And that's indicative. That's an example, if you watch this week to week, day to day, an example of some mid to low amount of movement and volatility and profitability in the market. If I click the month, we had some really deep trades on NZD CAD, I believe it was. So we are up in this particular reference account, $172,661.08. That's for a month. And that is my free signals, my friend. When you come on over to FXWithTerry.com and you subscribe and you get into the Discord group, I'm going to give you access to what you're seeing right here on the screen. You're going to get the live account right on your mobile device, MetaTrader 4. You're going to be able to see what trades are in play, when it's in profit. Entry price on my trades with my algorithm is not crucial. You can enter at any price. You could enter this right now on a buy signal, because like I said, we are not at the take profit yet. It's going to move in that direction, and it will be profitable. Nothing but net profit. So that's the free signal account. Let's go on to what I call, it's a subset of my entire algorithm. Let's go on to what I call my 10 pip hybrid. I'm going to pull it up in the background here. I'll give you an idea let me think of which one I want to show you. This one. So everybody knows that's trading this, and the camera's looking at my chin. So everybody knows that's trading this. We have CAD Chief, CAD-CHF has gone pretty deep on us. However, I'll actually share this. It's about 20, 25 trades deep. The last few you can see down here are profitable, and it's heading in the right direction. This is actually a buy trade. So if we look at the chart, let me show you this. We've got a lot of trades. We placed a lot of trades as the price continued to push against us. What's nice about this, we'll actually go look at the browser real quick. I don't know if this is the bottom. Technically, it's not the bottom from what I can see. It could push farther, but you also have to remember that CAD Chief, CAD Swiss, is a very slow mover. In the last week, it's moved 39 pips a day. Its average is about 34. Okay? So I'm not too worried about this for those that have probably bid more than they should in their account and their margin level percent is low. I've told people just do a little deposit. I always keep a little bit of money in my broker wallet, a couple $1,000s. A little bit is a little bit to everybody, right? That's a little bit to me. Whatever it is to you. That way I can transfer it over to my live account. It's already in my broker's account. I just keep it in the wallet. I don't keep it in my trading account. And if my margin level percent gets too low, I'll throw that $2,000 in there. In our particular case, I've turned off every other currency pair in this particular feed called the 10 pip hybrid. So we're only trading CAD Chief. It's going to take a while. The thing you have to remember is you got to get out of this fear of missing out concept. You got to get out of this fear of missing out concept in that you're not getting trades. You're just kind of holding the CAD Chief. It will be profitable. This happens about 5 or 6 times a year, roughly, certainly less than 10 times a year, on any given currency pair, and you can't predict which one is going to, the banks, the large banks, the big banks, the hedge funds, they pushed this. They pushed it against and against and against. Pretty much the most unassuming currency pair in the world. It's the bottom two. This one and Euro GBP are the slowest currency pairs in the world. They're pushing the shit out of this one. They just are. What we will do, and obviously no results, nothing's closed in the last day. So for the week, $3,715.94. This, we had a lot of Euro JPY making just a ton of profitable trades. I mean, you can see we've had great profitable trades. And this was not a loss. It ended up being a net profit because there were several other trades in that basket of trades. So as you can see, net profit, $3,715.94. And that's just indicative of how much movement there is based off of this particular account. You bid what you want to bid on your particular account. Whatever your leverage is, whatever your balance is, you handle that. So let me take a look here. I've seen a couple comments. Derek says good morning. Let me pull this up and read it. Mark says, I've been trading this system for a long time now. This CAD Chief situation and also the previous NZD CAD scenario shows that this can happen on any currency pair. You are absolutely right. Like, there is no predicting this. You can sit there and go, well, let me trade the least volatile pair in the world, which is CAD Chief, that and Euro GBP, and it just push, 20, 25 trades deep. You can't predict it. I certainly have been wanting to do a video, and I've done it in the past, about the fact that if you go look at any sort of training on Forex on YouTube, they will talk about patterns, this entry strategy. The human brain needs to seek out patterns. I'm going to tell you right now, you may think you're seeing patterns on a currency pair. I'm going to tell you my opinion, my experience, my intellect, my IQ level says And if you go look up psychology about patterns, the absolute need for the human being, the human brain, to create patterns out of fucking randomness. Go look it up. There's all kinds of studies done where the brain, it's a survival mechanism. Back in the day, you had to be able to recognize patterns to survive. So you walk, back in the day, you're a caveman, a cavewoman. You're walking by a set of bushes, and the bushes rustle, and you're with a group of people. Let's say 3-4 people. I'm making up a crazy story here. The bushes rustle. A lion jumps out. A tiger jumps out. Eats one of the people. The rest of them run. And now that's a pattern they're going to watch. The next time they're walking through the woods and the bushes rustle, and they run like hell, and look back and realize it was just the wind blowing the trees, right? So there's a need for humans to see patterns in random data. And these people that, I just seen something today. I was watching TikTok at breakfast, and they were like, watch for this pattern. Look at this pattern. I seen a live TikTok today. A guy going, well, here's the pattern. We had a double top up here, and then it moved down and did a consolidation. I'm like, I'll say this, beyond the psychology. If, I'm going to put this kind of in a weird way. If I want to manipulate you, I will do a pattern until you get used to it. If I'm the manipulator, I'm manipulating and creating the patterns. You get used to it, I switch it up and screw you over. That's your fault because you believe in patterns. There's no patterns. There's no patterns. If there were patterns, the algorithms that the banks are using, the multi-billion-dollar algorithms that they use, those algorithms are like, it's like a fishing lure to suck you in, right? The algorithm knows you're looking for that pattern, and it knows, and it's tricked you into expecting that the price is going to go a certain way after it does this little zigzag on the chart, and then you enter, and then they hit your stop loss and take you out and over leverage your account. There is no pattern. And if there is a pattern, they are using it against you. So be careful. Be careful. Their algorithms are moving the price. It looks like a double top, and then it comes down and consolidates, and then it jutes out the top and then goes down. That's the pattern. Well, what happens when it jutes out the top and then goes up? Oops. Well, that pattern, you could go search for patterns if you believe they're there, and you'll find them everywhere. But you have to stop that shit. All right, enough of my rant. Yeah, you know what? Mark said this. Used to think it was UJ and GJ. You always have to be ready, right? Yeah, and guess what? UJ and GJ fucking crushing it lately. Enter profit, enter profit, enter profit. No pushing against. You literally cannot predict this stuff. What you can do, and which is what I've done with the 10 pip hybrid, is you can just simply say, I'm going to randomly be in the market, and I'm not going to currency pair cross. I'm not going to trade two currency pairs that had EUR in them, for example. I'm not going to trade two currency pairs that have GBP in them. So you're not doubling up on currency pairs. And by the fact with the 10 pip hybrid feed that we're looking at, by the fact that you're not in all of the pairs all the time, you're not trading the entire algorithm, you're not trading all 22 currency pairs, by just chance, you end up avoiding the one or two that might run away. Now, what's interesting is we're in Group 6, I believe. We're trading Group 6 in the 10 pip hybrid, and we've been trading it for a while. And I have to say this, and I'm going to start manipulating it a little bit more, but I have to say this. That's what we fucking get for just letting this thing lull into Group 6. We've been trading Group 6 for 2 months. What I should have done was let it, I'm like, okay, we've been in this for a couple weeks. I can start shutting off currency pairs, have that group shut down, turn it back on, and see if it jumps to another group, another currency pair, right? And just by chance that you're not trading everything, you potentially can avoid the runaways, right? Are we going to be able to run? avoid the runaways? No. But by luck of the draw and not trading everything all at once, you do end up avoiding a lot of pushes against you. So let's pause here again, and let me pull up the overall algorithm. And I would say the overall algorithm, it's in about 2.5 dozen trades, all looking good. I will show you results-wise here. So the overall algorithm today, all 22 currency pairs, and this is just a general reference, bidding 1.0 lot size. You would bid more or less, depending on your account, but I use this as a reference. I use the 1.0 base lot size so you can see when a currency pair has pushed farther and the algorithm has increased the lot size. This is not martingale. It does not increase the lot size every trade. It does percentage-wise based off of volume and movement, how far it's pushing against the original direction. It will increase the lot size. So there's no trades here that have closed in the last 24 hours that increased beyond the base level lot size. None. So $832.53. It's a gauge of how much movement is happening in the market. And here's what's interesting. Pay attention to this. It's absolutely fucking weird. It's crazy. But if you go back and look at the free signal, the free signal closed $1,300 for the day. And this is kind of weird to think about, but it really depends on because I have a very limited number of currency pairs that are trading the free signal, and then what we're looking at here is the overall algorithm. The overall algorithm has made a little bit less than the free signals feed. Frankly, I have to look deeper into that as to why, but nonetheless. And then for the week, $17,063.40. And again, this is an account. It's a reference of the amount of volume and showing you that if you traded the entire algorithm, it would be a net profit. It's just always that way. The thing is, can your account handle it? Do you have enough leverage? Do you have enough balance? So let's go look at something, and then I'll come back. Let me open my browser. And I just want to look at this CAD Chief kind of live on a chart here. Let's pull it up right here. Okay. Listen, I'm no future teller, fortune reader, pontificator, none of that stuff. I drew an area of interest in terms of the previous pricing. And this previous pricing back over here was in December. Oddly enough, and again, I don't want you to look at this as a pattern and this is going to happen, because that's bullshit, right? There's no real pattern. I like to see areas of interest where the price excuse me, touched the top, touched the bottom, touched the top, touched the bottom, and just kept moving. And then in this particular case, we had a huge, hard push down. Look at all these wicks trying to take out stops, because guess what? They're taking down all these stop losses, people that were down here, right? They placed a buy in this particular area, so the big banks are taking out the stop loss. And then what did they do? They pushed the price up. It consolidated. Now we're pushing back down again. Okay? This could go sideways and go up. Our take profit is somewhere up in this area. I could probably draw a line where our take profit is. Generally, our take profit, I think, is somewhere up in here. And the line doesn't want to work. Welcome to my morning where things just don't work. Let's try this again. Horizontal line. It's somewhere up in this area. Okay, doesn't work. I don't know why. But nonetheless, the take profit is up. We're just waiting. And you have to understand here, this is a waiting game on CAD Chief. It is an extremely slow mover, about 35 pips a day. So how much did it push down? I could probably do a measurement here if my measuring tools are going to work. And they're not. I don't know why it's not. Who knows what's going on? Doesn't matter. Hundreds of pips it has pushed, right? It could potentially go lower based off of previous... Oh, now it wants to work. Based off of previous history. So what is that saying? That is 60 days. I don't know why this is not working for me today. I literally don't know why it's not working for me today. Even when I click it, all right, it's just making a fool out of me. Nonetheless, I don't know what it's going to do. It will be profitable. I was saying this earlier, people that are like, well, I'm missing out. There's no trades right now. What's going on? Why are we stuck? I'm like, because FX with Terry controls the market. And what I'm doing is manipulating you, and I want to make you feel really bad and over leverage your account. I'm joking, right? Like, I don't control this stuff. We are in this trade. It will be profitable when I don't know. In fact, I don't care. I don't care. I don't control the market. I'm not pissed off that I'm not making, $8,000 a day because I'm stuck in this one trade. If you're stuck in this one trade and your account level, your margin level percent is low, well, that's on you. You're probably overbidden. But in this case scenario also, it has pushed quite a bit against us. And none of us can control that. Let me come back to the results here, and I will share some other account stuff with you. It is far from perfection, but I think we've been talking about the gold scalper account. The account has taken some hits, but I'm playing with the settings. I'll just share this with you. Started out with a $10,000 account. We're at $9,451.84. So it's profitable for the day, but it has taken some hits, and it's my fault because I keep playing with the settings, and that's how you have to do it. You change the settings, you watch what it does. Change the settings, you watch what it does. All my general base level settings are there. But I've been kind of speeding up the volume, slowing down the volume of trading, telling it to take a certain. Right now, I have it set at a 5% loss. At 5%, get out. Right. Well, that's in this case $10,000 account. It's $500. So it has done that. If you look at for the week, it's down $548. There's no way I would release this to anybody yet. However, I'm working on it, and I know you guys have been paying attention to this. I'm not unhappy with it, but I will tell you that the $548 is my fault. I'm pushing it just a little too hard, and gold's pretty damn volatile, right? It is volatile as hell. And when you think it's going one way, it jukes the other way. It is what it is. So still working on that. If I were to venture to say, it's probably 30 days away from me getting it to a point where if I can perfect it, I will. Pretty straightforward. So that's it. If you're just catching this online, you guys haven't said anything. I'll bet you the volume's a hell of a lot better than it ever was. And yeah, just had a little bit busy this week. I was in the hospital, still at the hospital every day with the old man. He got COVID. Frankly, I feel like I might have it. I'm going to go get tested when I get off here. It is what it is. And you guys know I was sick a couple weeks ago, so maybe I had COVID then. Who knows? I'm feeling a little odd now, but I think it's just paranoia from being at the hospital, and everybody's like, you got to wear a mask. You don't want to get COVID. And, of course, I'm helping my dad and lifting him up and feeding him and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I probably got it. Anyway, that's fine. I will survive, and we'll get through it. But today is Wednesday. I'll be live tomorrow. Assuming everything's going relatively normal in my life and I don't have to be at the hospital. So I'll see you live Thursday, June 20th, and I'm in the group. Message me, let me know, but we're all just kind of sitting here waiting for CAD Chief to make some sort of move. It could make a move all at once. It could push against. It could hit the take profit today. You just don't know, and we'll wait it out. So that's it. I will see you in the next live episode, and I'll see you in the group. Talk to you soon.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.